Do you remember that day you first saw the portico? Its broad, imposing pillars, a reminder of centuries of knowledge imparted, the birthplace of groundbreaking innovation, and a space that had educated hundreds of thousands of students before you. It was overwhelming, daunting even. How can I live up to those standards, and why me? But then it got normal. The novelty wore off, and suddenly you were rushing to get to your 9 a.m., and the portico didn't even get a second glance. As months passed, you came to take it all for granted. The reality of pursuing a world-class degree, the great minds and researchers who taught you, and your peers who hailed from all around the world. I grew up as a third culture kid, eating Mama's Pakistani food, listening to Arabic in the streets of Jeddah, and learning rhymes about King Henry's 6 wives at a British international school. But education was always a given. I was reminded from the earliest of ages what an incredible privilege I had. It was the reason for our family's social mobility, and it was the reason I had this life I could be. But at the age of 16, my naive view of a meritocratic world shattered as I saw firsthand how unfair this education system really was. How hundreds of thousands of students took the exact same exam and yet faced such a different reality in preparation. I had to do something. So an unassuming blog with a couple of revision notes joined the internet, and Z-Notes was born to make a small dent in this global social challenge. I'm not sure if that was what got me accepted here at UCL, but undoubtedly, I credit so much of my journey as a social entrepreneur to my alma mater. From learning the basics of a startup at the UCL hatchery to becoming more vocal and confident about my work, and to be able to now live and scale Z-Notes from this vibrant city of London. The university was also a sandbox that allowed me to play, to make mistakes, and to grow. Today, with the support of mentors and connections that are so deeply rooted in this alumni community, I'm able to continue to grow Z-Notes from a personal blog to a global learning platform that has reached over 4.5 million students, and on a mission to end educational inequality for young people everywhere. There is only one reason how Z-Notes has bootstrapped to reach the scale of impact, and it's something that each of us possesses. Agency. Your agency to make a change. Your agency to make an impact, and your agency to change this world for the better. To describe this in game theoretic language, which I'm sure some of my professors will appreciate, there is only one successful strategy for the survival of our planet: to collaborate. Our lives are so inextricably linked together. And if you want a visceral example, consider the pandemic to see not just digitally, but how physically close we are to one another. I'm not going to make a social argument. I'm going to make a selfish and self-centered one. Climate change, geopolitical instabilities, inequalities, these social and environmental challenges have a real and direct impact on our lives. It affects the world our children and our grandchildren will grow up in. So, I'd like you to remember this as you go off to celebrate your graduation. As you step into this next stage of your journey, whether it's within academia, entrepreneurship, or the corporate world, whether it's in London or anywhere around, consider your footprint on this planet. In every role you take up, whether it's formal or informal, there are ways to support and give back to your community. Our alma mater holds a calling card, a door opener like no other. You, my dear graduates, are now part of those hallowed halls of the portico. You are part of the history of this prestigious institution. We must take this advantage to serve society. This is a call to action. It's a call to arms for the people and our planet. Thank you.